And we are live. Let's go. So today's builder's live stream is going to be putting this power bus expansion together and talking about the future. Actually, why not? I wanted to talk about it because I want record of it. I have ADHD, and well, keeping thoughts in my head's pretty hard. So that was the main reason for that. I also, yesterday, I didn't realize these had got delivered till way late in the evening. But the Kosmo modules that I ordered made it in. And so now I can assemble these. I don't even know. I know I ordered some of these switches. I did not notice that these are duals. So I got to order some of those switches. I should be okay here on these headers. I'm not sure how those connect together yet. I am going to look into how these go together. I know that I've got enough TLO74s to assemble this module maybe, but I don't have these AS3360s, and I don't have these 10-pin Eurorack style power. I'm going to have to get some of those. And that's a box header. So I'm going to have to get the box header and then also probably some ribbon cable for that. There's a lot of stuff I don't have on hand because I'm still building up that back stock from, in between projects and stuff that's left over from previous projects. So yeah, I opened this one up. This is the quad VCA, and so I'm excited about that. I've also got, this is filter GUR, and there's this one is the MIDI Muso, which is MIDI to CV. I bought the MIDI jacks for those, but that's about all I've got. This one is the VC80SR, and this one, what is this one? This is the triple splashback, which I believe is a delay. So there's that, and then there's this one, which is of course the quad VCA, and this is the performance filter. And looking at this panel, I believe this is the same size as my VCO. Like, I believe it just looks square. So I'm guessing that this is, let me grab the panel and see. It's the same size. I'm gonna have to tell that to Sam. This is another reason why this is patron only, is because I'm supposed to have a phone call with Sam, like a video chat of some type. And I mean, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, because the dude's busy and I'm not. I'm not well, okay, that's a lie. I am very busy a lot, but I'm busy doing this stuff. So this isn't really anything new. But this dude is busy working on projects all the time, and so, if he doesn't end up doing the call with me, that is totally fine. Let me find somewhere to set these. Where can I set them that are not in the way? I have so much organizational skills, just to the max. That was sarcasm. All right, so those modules are going to have to wait until I've got the materials. And then, of course, if I do that call with Sam, what's going to be talking about, there was a live stream he did, and there was a joke that I don't want to spoil any surprises, so I'm not going to talk about what was said and all that. Any patron of his will already probably know, but still, I don't want to spoil the surprise. And what's going to happen is he's making another project. He's going to make an entirely new project, and I just thought that was great. Like, he's going to call me and stuff. So this is basically what I'm building here, just to get back on what's happening in front of us. This needs assembly, and I can wire it in permanently, but because these are all shared, I really have half a mind to just plug in one spot and let that be it, because this is literally all this is making it permanent. And if I mean, I could use up one of these to plug into and it won't hurt it any, because all of it's connected together. See, if you look on the back, all of these are connected together. And so it looks to me like, yeah, there's power. The power is interconnected up here on the top. So yeah, cool. Like on the back side, it just goes straight end to end. So you could connect here or here. And then across here on the bottom, you can put your LED on either side. And we can put an LED. I mean, there's no reason we couldn't. Let's see. What color should we use? Green? We use a green LED maybe? Let me see. Get some water. Do I have a green LED? Nope, not in there. Let me grab one of my greens from over here. And I'm going to, I'm not sure if I'm going to cut any of this. I'm probably just going to make this a time lapse for the public viewer. So like, if you guys wanted to know what's going to happen with this, in like on the channel, nothing's gonna happen on the channel. It's gonna be probably just a time lapse. Might find some like no copyright music or something, you know, the good lazy way. And you patrons could see what I'm doing. We need a 1K resistor. Grab one of these. Boop. Just like so. I've got resistors for days, but it's everything else that I need to get back stocked. So I'm going to put this together just like a so. Like a so. And I didn't even heat up my soldering iron. No. Got my reel here off to the side. Grab some of that. And some of these headers. I'm so like excited to have this stuff going. At the same time, I'm also kind of nervous because I don't know what to talk about. You know, like, what do you talk about to somebody who's already done everything you're doing? You just tell them what you're doing, I guess. But I've been a fan of his for a while, and I just enjoy his projects. And then the fact that the dude found my joke so funny that he wants to do a call, just, I don't know, it just made me excited. So yeah, I told him, I'm like, heck yeah, I'll do it. He asked me if I wanted to do it. I was like, oh yeah, look, I have anxiety really bad, but there's no way I'm going to pass up an opportunity to get to meet somebody that I'm a big fan of, you know, or like have a chat with or whatever. You call it FaceTime or Zoom or whatever. I don't know. But like, that's like getting to meet one of your, I don't know, I'm having a fan moment. That's what I mean. You know, like, I'm a big fan, so being able to talk to him over the phone, that is so freaking sweet. Like, oh my God. They're probably gonna think I'm weird because I talk a lot, but I'm used to that. I get that a lot. And I'm not going to solder every one of these. I believe, let's see, that is a 5-volt. That stripe. Oh no, it isn't. The top is 5 volts. So I'm not going to do the 5-volt. I'm going to minimalist the headers, because if you do too much, then you're being wasteful. Oh, damn. I didn't turn on the time lapse. I was going to time lapse this. Oh, shit. Whoops. All right, so before I go any further, let me set up the time lapse. And how I do that, I get my phone and I have a mirror. So I'm going to set up time lapse and hit boom. All right, now it's recording. So I've already got the LED in the first header, which is, it happens. And we shall put this number 2 in, and on and on and on we go, as if it never had an issue. So the other thing I wanted to talk about was these modules and what's going to happen with them. Like, I'm going to have to assemble as much as I can, but because I don't have all of the components on hand, let me move my camera a little bit so they can see better. Since I don't have all of the components on hand, I'm going to have to assemble what I can, and then what I'm missing I'll order. So maybe it won't be quite so big of a headache, you know? So that's going to be on the list of things to do. I've got to order a bunch of parts. Specifically, I got to get an AS3360, and then there's a couple other chips I saw that I don't readily recognize. I'm gonna have to get those. And then let's see. You know what? These might be. I might be able to stack all of these together. My hands, I swear, if I had $1 for everything I dropped, I would be a billionaire within a couple of days, because everything I touch falls right out of my hand. They shake. I don't have good grip. But what's funny, when I need it, when I'm desperate to get something done, I really need it, I can handle tiny things, but it's rare. So like in this instance, I've dropped this stuff so many times that I'm trying to find how to hold it without dropping it. And once I find how to hold it without dropping it, let's see. So I'm going to put this here as a way to kind of hold that. Oh, that dropped them all out. Oops. I told you my hands just shake, and it is what it is. People that don't suffer dexterity issues can't relate. I've tried explaining it to them. They're like, well, why don't you just take a break? And I'm like, taking a break doesn't fix the handshake, dude. It's a nerve. It's literally in my nerves. I could take a break for years and it's still gonna shake. So let me just try. Let's see. Do I have a card? I have a card. There we go. God damn, I hate this shit so bad. Yo, look at this. Do you see what I'm seeing? Do you understand the frustration I've got here right now? Like, I'm gonna just have to turn. It killed my whole time lapse. I'm just gonna turn the time lapse off. I don't have the patience for that anymore. And I'm out of energy for editing. I realize that people are not seeing any of my videos anyway, so rather than frustrate myself trying to edit a public video, we'll just keep this between us. I'm so like angry right now at my hands. I wish they would just cooperate with me. I just want to get these done, and the only reason I'm doing it this way is I'm tired of flipping the board. It's going to take, if I could just get this damn thing to sit upside down for 2 seconds, it would save me a tremendous amount of time. But I've almost reached a point where it's taking more time to get that damn thing to sit right. There we go. That took way too much effort. And that is exactly why I switched all of this stuff to patron only, because I'm tired of like people leaving really ugly comments, and I'm like, you know, I don't have to share this with you, you know. You don't have to watch. If you don't like what I'm doing, don't watch. It's that simple. And yet they do it anyway. And I'm not a quitter, and I'm not gonna let somebody on the internet spoil my enjoyment and my DIY because they want to be ugly. So because of my experiences, people are just gonna miss out on a time lapse. That's about it. But I'm doing these builders live streams strictly because I enjoy them, and it gives me a chance to do stuff more than just the same old videos every time, you know? Oh, Mercy McGee, Mercy McGee. But yeah, I don't know. I was gonna time lapse this thing, and then it killed the time lapse vibe because I'm over here struggling, and if I show that time lapse publicly, everybody's ha 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 ha, and I'm like, bro, you know, you literally are a toxic individual to this planet, and you don't deserve to be allowed to comment. I don't give a damn about the whole freedom of speech. Like, bro, you know, I believe in freedom to be positive and freedom of sharing productivity, but the freedom to go around and being an ugly asshole, like that, no. I don't care. I don't care what people feel about that. That is the one thing I will never back off on. Like, if people are going to be ugly on my channel, they're going to get a ban and a mute and all that other good stuff, because I don't have time or patience when there's already too much toxicity in the world. We have a political system here in the U.S. that is downright just horrible. Most political places are around the world. And it's just like, you know, we're human beings trying to do human being things, chasing that dopamine at the end of the day. And I'm not gonna allow it on my channel. Other people can allow it on their channel. If they want to leave, they leave all the comments and let everybody see them, that's fine. But I have the option to delete the negativity, so I do. And, you know, I will never back off of that, because I don't want my subscribers to look in the comment section to leave a comment and they see ugliness and they go, wow, look at this. This is so hateful. I don't want them to even see that, because then that leaves a poor taste in their mouth. They'll probably feel the same way. Like, why can't people just be positive? But a lot of people just don't know how, I guess. I don't understand it. I don't care to understand it. People that are negative have something it's almost like they make a choice to be negative, because I've got a lot of reasons I could be negative. You know, I've been through trauma. I've had severe injuries that caused that trauma. I've been relieved of my personal property in my front yard, you know, at the front of a criminal, like. But and I could go around moping and living on just that and going, poor me. But instead, you know, I try to look at it like, well, he could have killed me, but I'm alive. It's not, that little RC car was not worth my life, you know, and so I'm here today because I didn't just worry about it too much, you know. And it sucks because now I'm out an RC car, which I enjoyed, but I'm still alive, and I'm not, you know, I don't know. I try to focus on the good stuff. I really do. So that has been my New Year's resolution, is to just be unapologetically me. If people want to stick around, that's great. If they don't, well, you know, I respect that too. It is their option to come and go as they please. Can't make everybody happy. That is certainly true of everything in life. And look at that. We are already done with assembly. Everything looks mostly flat. There's a couple of them that need to go down some. Let's try starting with, let's get this one to go flat. And here we go. It's not too hard to get them to go flat. You just heat up. I didn't solder all of the leads. I just soldered those, like, a few points. There we go. Boy, that looks pretty nice. All right, so now we've got this power, and what we're gonna need, I'm not trying to waste my ribbon cable, so this can be the power wire, right? And this will go under the existing power. This will plug in to this, like, bus here, like that. And then to save ribbon cable, I'm going to reuse this one. Grab my trusty shop scissors. Snoop. Cut that clean. That was not a clean cut. Let me try that again. It's a little cleaner. And I'm still sick. Pardon the congestion. Where are my connectors? I've got some connectors here that have. Don't please tell me I didn't use up all of them. I couldn't have. Pin headers. Oh, there they are. I was gonna say, I know I didn't use all of them. So I need one of these, and I need the matching back, which I found out some of these have a wider back. So this is a match. Cool. So only need one of them. So let's set that aside. And then from here, you want to match the arrow with the stripe, which is in this direction. And you can, just to verify, you can tell that by going, uh-oh. Ooh, whoops. It almost took the box header off. You can check, see, arrow on the pink here. So we'll go arrow on the pink over here, like so. Break out the trusty IDC guillotine. I love that thing so much. So we'll put that there. Da-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. Don't sue me, McDonald's. I don't even like McDonald's. I tolerate it for the sake of the kids every now and then every time they don't even want to eat it. I'm like, I told you, it's nasty. McDonald's is just fake nasty food. I don't know why you keep asking for it. They'll take like 2 bites and I'm just like, I told you. So now we've got that. And to make sure this works, let me Well, for me to show you, I would have to actually bring my camera. Or you know what? Hold on. Bear with me. 1 minute. 1 minute. I will just bring the power supply from over here. Alrighty. So we got this power supply. Alright. So now we have the power supply that gives us, well, the actual power. And while I'm here, some of these got a little wonky tall, so maybe I can fix that while I'm at it. Or maybe they weren't wonky tall. Oh, wonky donkey. Da -da -la -la. Oh, there's nothing wrong with them. I'll turn my iron off. Never mind. Alright, so this will sit here. This power is negative, so it has to go this way. Negative 12 volts. Like so. And then for this wire, it'll actually, I want to stack it like this. And so it can plug in just like that. And when I turn this on, this LED, this bottom LED should turn on, and the top one should turn on. So fingers crossed. Let me grab my extension cord. Plug it in, plug it in. Look, there we go. That's a flashing LED. Is that really a flashing LED? That's a flashing LED. I put the wrong LED in it. I put the wrong LED in. That's a flasher. Oh, it's a flashing LED. It's a flasher. Oh, whoops. It shouldn't be flashing like that. Why is it flashing? Are those really flashing LEDs? Let me like... Oh, it's fading out. That's funny. Okay, hold up. I gotta put in... I need bench power. Bench power. Where's my bench power? Alright, dang it. I don't know what to do here. Let me... This is why I do live streams, so you guys can laugh at the goofies, the screw-ups. Alright, so we'll bring out the big bench supply. And I gotta find the power leads. Dang it. I guess I could just use these two. That'll work. Alright, so we got negative and positive, and I'm going to turn these down because I don't want to fry these LEDs. But I have a suspicion something is like, I think these are flashing LEDs, which means I put the wrong ones in. And I need a power plug, which is right here. Alright, we have power. Are these flashings? This is fine-tuned. Whoops, let me turn up course voltage. Yep, those are flashing LEDs. Dang. Alright, my bad. I put the wrong one in. So let me desolder. Dang it. That's funny. Alright, so do I even have regular green then? That means I gotta ditch that one. I'll just throw it. It'll be alright. can't even tell what's flashing and which ones are flashing and which ones are not. These are small. What about these ones? Oops, I think I just fried that one. I juiced it too much. Whoops-a-daisy. I killed it. I killed it. We're going to put that back down to 2 volts. I didn't mean to kill my LED that quick. Alright, so that's a flasher. I guess I could use a small LED. Are the small LEDs flashers? I've got a lot of green LEDs. I just can't remember which is regular and which isn't. Alright, that's a regular one. Cool. We'll just use that smaller one. That answers that. Alright, so now we'll take desolder. Sucker the soda. I need one of those like metal ones. They're supposed to be a little higher quality. Rock. Oh, there we go. That one came out. All right. So now we'll stick positive, negative, positive, negative. Pop that in there like so. Find my solder and put that back. Try to keep something less. I got another stream to do tomorrow. Tomorrow, there is a tomorrow. Only a stream away. Let's try this one more time. Now, if we turn this on, we should get a green light that doesn't flash. Boop. Look at that. That's a bit bright, but you know what? I'm okay with that. Totally fine with that. It's way too bright. Totally fine with that. I guess I could take the resistor out and bump the resistor up too, though. But then now we're getting a bit nitpicky, right? So the goal is complete. Now I've got enough power to power other modules. I'm not going to wire this in like with wires yet. I might one day, but for now, this is all I need. I don't need, like, I'm willing to sacrifice one of these buses. So, how long has this been going on? Let's see. We have been going, it is 30 minutes. Cool. All right. Well, I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to call this a stream. I appreciate you guys checking it out and watching the video. If you're from the future or if you're from the present, appreciate you chilling and watching. So the next stream is tomorrow. I'm going to be putting together a Tesla coil that viewer Matt sent in. And I actually found out something cool about the LEDs that he sent to go with the A4 board. That thing is really cool. So looking forward to seeing you guys there. There's not going to be any building on the Kosmo modules until I have this week out of my way. I already know that I don't have enough components to finish any of them, so kind of just hanging out there before I, try to build them anything. So I will see you guys on the next stream, and